All right, folks, welcome to another live stream. And today we're actually doing the progress update for June. It's been a while, actually. It's been a month since I've kind of done a live. It's yeah, it's gone very quick, but also gone very slow. So hope you're all doing well tonight, today. If you're watching this as part of the replay, thank you. Let me know down in the comments if you are part of the rewatch family. Otherwise, I just appreciate you being here to hang out. Now, a couple of things a little different for today. We are going to be doing the normal goals updates. I'll take you through the progress, all that jazz. And then we're also going to do a giveaway, not Pokemon related, but actually those that have been following along would have seen that I've actually been able to, well, actually, we have a big thank you to Ethan Rushok. He's actually decided to sponsor this in terms of giving away one of his NFTs, which is called the Flipper, which is actually based off me from part of a series that he did, and those that entered will have the opportunity to take that home figuratively tonight. So we're going to do that closer to the end, and I'm also going to have Ethan jump in a bit later as well, just to help go through that process in terms of actually revealing who's the winner, and you guys can chat to him as well, and we'll just have a bit of banter for a little bit. So hope you're all doing well. I'm going to have a look and see who's in the chat, and I do apologize if I'm a bit out of it today. For those that know, over the last couple of weeks, I've been struggling with long COVID or fatigue, and today was one of the days where it's kind of hit me around midday, and I'm actually quite exhausted. I've had a bit of brain fog, and just definitely do not feel myself. I'm actually sitting down doing this live stream. Usually I'm up and standing. Anyway, so we'll get into it. I'll just say hi to everyone that's here. We've got Secondhand Gang. Appreciate you being here. You were here first. Thank you. Captain, how you doing, mate? Appreciate being here. There's Ethan himself. Two Aussie Thrifters, appreciate you being here. Howdy. We've got Samuel. How you doing, mate? Appreciate you being here. Wayno, mate. I know it's a good night if you're here. Obviously, you're not doing poker tonight. I think you have a card game usually on Wednesdays, so appreciate you being here. Did you lose any weight on the back of your mate? I wish. Unfortunately, it's the other way. So I've got no energy, and usually when you're unwell, you tend to lose weight. I haven't seemed to have lost weight. So I definitely haven't lost my appetite, that's for sure. That's gone in the other direction. I've definitely gained a couple. John, how you doing, mate? Happy new financial year to you too. I hope the taxman is kind. Yep, very good point. It should be interesting. Now, Ethan is my accountant, so hopefully he'll sort me out well. But we'll talk about that a bit later. Brendan, how you doing, mate? Appreciate you being here. Octo drags the uncle along. Appreciate you being here, Octo. And the ponderous pufferfish. I was going to say that you didn't. Thanks, man. Straight to it. Well, at least I don't know what's better. The other week, I was getting called looked like a smashed crab. Now I'm kind of saying that I've put on some weight. I don't know what to take. Yeah, no cars, no poker though. We're also we play canister. Oh, jeepers! I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so we're going to go through some stats and all that jazz today. So if you've got questions along the way, please ask. I'm an open book, as you know. I like to share all the details around my YouTube, my reselling business, my podcast, running, all that. And of course, if you've got questions a little later for Ethan, then that's great as well. You can ask Ethan. And for those that maybe haven't signed up, I'm not going to pump the link in the chat here because this is quite a bit more expensive giveaway that I've ever done. I wanted people that are actually genuinely interested in this to sign up, to make sure that they are signing up. So if you are interested in signing up, there's a few spots where you can. There is the community tab. There's been a few links on Instagram as well. I'll let you do that research for you. And essentially, yeah, that's what I'm going to leave it at. We've got a few people that have already signed up, and I'm very grateful for that. And they're deserving of if they win it. So pretty blunt about this, but it's a really good opportunity to win something pretty cool. And I want to support Ethan 100%. So I want to make sure whoever wins it is going to make sure they get the full value of that back to him as well. But he wants to be able to give the full value to them too. Just finished giving all my Pokemon money last week. Oh, jeepers. Nobody under fit. Oh boy. Yeah. We won't start doing the age game. All right. So we're going to jump straight into YouTube update. How have I been progressing for YouTube? And look, June was a bit slower. It was a bit quieter. I wasn't pumping out as much live streams. I actually skipped a video just because I was pretty wrecked, which is okay. These things happen. And It's all part of the journey. But all in all, a little bit less than what I would like. So views are down, watch time was down, subscribers was down. It is what it is, right? But revenue wasn't too bad. But if we have a look, I'm at 1,424 subscribers, which, to think, I remember when I hit 1,000 and like then you hit, 1,050, 1,100, and it seems like, oh, I'm never going to get up. But here I am, 1,424. So thank you to every single one of you. It's been a pretty good month all round, pumping out some pretty cool content. Look, I'm making content that I enjoy to make, and there is some videos that I do try to obviously, make sure I'm doing it for a broader reach. But at the end of the day, I'm doing this to document to you guys, those that want to come along for the journey, and I want to help other people. So I feel like the best way I can do that is teach and share and do what I'm doing. And if people want to, ask along the way, then by all means. So it's a fun journey, right? I enjoy doing it. So in terms of watch time, I am down. Subscribers, I am down. Revenue has been pretty consistent. Can't complain. $100. I should get the next payout very soon, which means I'll hopefully be able to purchase some more Pokemon cards, and we'll get back into the routine of doing some giveaways and whatnot. Content wise, oh, it's a bit slow. There we go. I've had more impressions this month. I did a video which kind of got a big jump, which was quite interesting. What's also been very interesting is, just these retention rates, seeing who's sticking around for how long, and also how people are finding my content. A lot of it comes from browse features, YouTube search, suggested videos, and things like that. So all these stats are very interesting to always have a look at. And then my audience, which is you guys, where they're coming from, how many are returning. 6% more people returned to my videos this month, so that's good. And I had 7% more viewers, unique viewers, so that's cool as well. A lot of them are watching the same content, a lot of reseller content, and yeah, this is all pretty interesting stuff. So I do appreciate it. I do look through this. I haven't looked at this data yet, but yeah, and I've got a 50-50 almost ratio of male and female watching. So I really do appreciate it. So yeah, that's YouTube. It's been a bit of a grind over the last month, but I really haven't been putting too much attention. Just, keeping the updates happening, sharing some of the Lego haul and some of that, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We've got Kelly in the house. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. We have I haven't wondered what Kelly found. Kelly's been finding some pretty good stuff, actually. If you check out her Instagram, she has found some very good stuff. And she's only new to the reselling game, and I'm very proud of what she's been like. You're doing really good, right? It's really good. So you should be proud as well, Kelly, because you're getting some pretty good pickups. I don't think there's a lot of resellers in your area, because you seem to be getting some pretty good stuff and consistently. So milk that opportunity. All right, so we're going to jump over to the reselling business. I'll just get this set up. But what I wanted to kind of share with you all first was, at the end of, well, actually just a couple of days ago, I shared my first end-to-end FY results. And if you haven't watched the video, I wanted to share with you guys that first, and then we'll dive into a bit more of just what else is going on. I'll allude to a little bit about some of the stuff that I'm working on into the new financial year as well. So I just released a video on that if you want to check it out. All right, let's see if I can get this to work properly. Change this. There we go. All right, so I did my first end-to-end first financial year, which is just crazy. Like, I've already done a half financial year, but that was still with some of my previous work income in that. But this time, purely eBay, and I'm pretty happy with this, like, because I have no baseline, right? So total net sales was around 65,000. It was actually around 69,000 with things that I sold off platform. If I look at the income statement perspective, and some of these need to be finalized a little bit, you can see it did $69,798 after all expenses, la-di-da-di-da. Profit was $25,000. Now, I have had a few people actually message me, leave a comment saying, how on earth am I making a living from this, or how am I surviving? And people think, I actually had one person say, surely I'm not telling the truth. Well, that's quite interesting, because anyone that watches these live streams know that I don't just do this as my income. I have my share portfolio. I have a multiple rental properties, also have a few other little things. My podcast generates a little bit of income, and I have some other stuff which, I don't necessarily tell other people about as well. So, this is not all my money that I earn. Even if it was, who cares? I'm so happy with being able to live like this. And it's also my lifestyle and how I operate. So I don't have to justify it either. It just cracks me up how people can stand far away and, point at these things. Anyway, that aside, all this isn't a video. I just wanted to make sure it's very clear and very open to everyone. We've got the accounting view. But the big one that I always like to harp on about is Profit First. If you have not checked out Profit First, go check out Profit First. It was a game changer for my business. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying check it out, see if it works for you. So yeah, I just wanted to share that all first and say, look, I'm grateful for anyone that's been part of these, my journey, these streams, these conversations, the videos, because all of you have helped me become a better reseller, helped me grow this business better. So a big thank you. And more people than others, but even just the support, encouragement, it means the absolute world to me. Thanks, Chris. Have a great, yeah, you have. It's so good. So good. Well done. Well done. Hey, man, a magician doesn't reveal all his secrets. Wow. Getting straight to the interesting stuff, Captain. Exactly. Everyone has different amounts they need. It's crazy when people can't know. I know. It cracks me up. Actually, I'm going to go off a funny little rant. And I don't mean this in any mean way, but the interest rates have gone up, obviously, here in Australia. And I was reading some people, reaching out to CBA. CBA made their announcement that they're, passing through the rate increase, and the amount of comments of people saying, "Oh, you guys don't care about us," and all these things. It was just very interesting how, they attack the banks so much. And like, yeah, of course, we know that the banks are out to make money, but as if the banks are going to say, yeah, we're not going to up anything, and you guys can just have it, things as cheap as chips. And it's just interesting on this perspective. It makes me cringe a little bit, but at the same time, we're all in different circumstances. So those that are maybe are struggling and are getting hit harder by the interest rates, that's not good, right? We don't want pressure on people, but that's the beauty of reselling, right? You can start flipping on the weekend and make some extra dollars to pay off that difference. So there's always a way to do things differently and do things better. Even the way I operate my business, there's always room for improvement. I'll take it as a personal win that you aren't wearing a beanie. Yeah, that's right. To be honest, I stopped wearing the beanie because I know you're going to harp on about it all the time. People have opinion on income based. Yeah, that's right. It's very funny. That's it. So look, it's been really rewarding first year, and now I've got a baseline. Now I've got a chance to kind of see where I can take it, see where I can grow, and take it to something even more bigger and better. And look, I might not even do better next year, but that's the intent. Now I've got something to compare to. I was comparing to zero previously, so in mind, it's like anything that I got for the year was going to be a win. So in terms of actual progress at the moment, let me just reshare this. Too many windows. Why isn't this not working? There we go. All right. Ta-da! Okay. So, look, I mean, it's been an interesting week. Started off a little bit. Actually, it started off pretty good. I had a pretty good run last week, and then there's been a few more sales trickling over, getting quite a few offers on things. Or I've actually had more people in the last 2 weeks as people that have not paid that I have in the entirety of my whole reselling journey. It's really weird, and it's probably because people are probably just balancing all the different things happening in the world right now with inflation and interest rates and stuff like that, which is fair enough. But it's been interesting. All in all, I think if I reflect on FY22 or even the start of this first 6 months for 2022, I'm behind in a lot of goals, not just reselling. And I spoke about this in my recent podcast and my newsletter, that things aren't necessarily going as planned, but that's okay, right? And at this point in time, I am kind of revisiting certain goals, which I'll talk about probably later down the line in a different video. But at the end of the day, when I look back and see how far I've come over the last year with the podcast, with the reselling, with the running and everything, I'm very, very happy and very, very grateful for where I'm at. So always room for improvement, always, opportunity to grow. But that all comes down to action, right? We can say all these things, but unless we do, unless we change, nothing will change, right? So a lot of it all comes back on myself. I have to do the work, and it's not always about that other people have better opportunities or other people are, got those things and I never get that. Well, each to their own, and we all have our way of making it work for ourselves. And I'm not just talking about reselling, I'm talking about anything that we do. So look, I'm very grateful with the reselling. One thing I'm very frustrated with is my reseller dashboard. I was meant to have that out for the end of financial year, which I failed to do so. I've been working on getting that up and operating as soon as possible. Had some feedback from some people, which has been really grateful. I'm just going to do a quick little sneak peek here, but essentially I've changed a few things up to help people manage it better, whether it's sourcing and inventory, and automating a lot more things. I've got a cost management system in here a bit better, and then it all coming through. And as you populate all this, it all starts to just automate. So I'm very, very close to being done. But there was a few things where I started to think about, well, at the end of the day, what do I really want to have for someone? It's not necessarily having a reselling tool that is going to help them get more money, because that's not going to do it, right? I want something that's going to help people record keep, help people manage their business, but also give them insights about their business. And at the end of the day, that's a tool that's going to last. And it's about people that want to grow in their business. So building that out for a longevity, not just about for a do this and you'll make more money, because that's not going to be the case. It still comes down to the person actually operating the business. So slowly getting there, bit behind, but we will get there. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with the reselling. I think all my latest updates have really been in my latest videos. So don't really have much more to say unless there's some questions. Alex, how you doing, mate? No, that's all right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oops, just made it to watch the switching. Okay, all good, man. All good. Not a problem at all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're listing, Adam. Better be listing. Big shout out to Adam, because he's always sending me some pretty good deals. And even though I might not always get them, I really do appreciate it, mate. All right, we're going to speed along because I want to get our special guest here on the channel very soon. The running has not been going as planned. For those that know, had fatigue from COVID, and I've gone from doing 2 half marathons a month to jeepers. I think if I jump back to over here, actually, in June alone, I only did 35 kilometers. So that's been a bit of an ego hit, to be honest, like a confidence hit. And because running to me is my chance to escape. It's where I kind of do my business planning. It's where I listen to books. It's where I do a lot of just me things. And not being able to do that, it's definitely starting to play across into different areas. But as frustrating as it is, it's a bit out of my control too. But it is what it is. I have every intention of wanting to do this 50K still. But I'm getting to the point where, I'm way past halfway now, and I have to make a decision. Am I going to make up for it? And it's getting close to where I might actually have to make the tough decision and say no. As much as I don't want to say that, it gets me quite emotional, actually, because this is like, this is my baby. Like, if I wasn't doing reselling, I would have been running. I've been running and had my running YouTubes, for the last 5 years. So, that's a hard thing to digest, but I'm taking each day and each week at a time on that one. And then the other update that I kind of have is just everything else, which is my podcast, my shares, and my books. I'm at 8 books out of 24, which obviously I've slowed down on the books because I haven't been running. I'm at 3,200 downloads for the podcast. If anyone hasn't checked out my latest episode, which was how to do a mid-year review, I would encourage you, if you want to understand how to potentially look at things from a different perspective, not worrying about what other people are saying, not really focusing on what everyone else is doing, but really just do a mid-year review focused on you, have a listen to that episode. It's not long. I think it's about 25 minutes, 21 minutes actually. And there's a few steps there that you can go through. You can follow through. I walk you through a guide. Yeah, I think that could be quite valuable for you if you've got a lot of goals for this year. Matt, my man, how you doing? Appreciate you being here, buddy. I don't think I've done 35. It's all right. That's all right. Wait, no, I'm doing it for you, mate. listing and selling a lot more than good stuff, Adam. That's what I love to hear. You'll get there. Thanks, Captain. Look, these things happen, but I'll just be grateful for what I can get, and I'll cross that path when it really does come. In the back of my mind, I've already kind of set a date that I have to make that decision by. I hit someone at 30. These comments. I'm at 1 book out of 12. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I've got your 2 books that you gifted me as well, mate. Maybe the brain fog isn't from COVID, it's from wearing the beanie. Well, I haven't been wearing the beanie as much. I've got this. Well, I had my sunnies on before to keep my hair up out of my face. Thanks, buddy. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you, Ball. Thank you so much. And everyone has their different hobbies and stuff, right? And running is more than just a hobby for me. It's probably a whole bunch of different things, and sometimes it's a love-hate relationship as well. But one day at a time. In terms of other progress, I had a goal to do 6 video games this year. Clearly, I haven't been doing that enough. I was thinking, sweet, I'll be able to play lots of video games when I had COVID, but even with the fatigue, I just can't do it. Like, I just get sore eyes. Like, even me doing this right now, conversating and concentrating on this conversation, my eyes are getting heavy. I'm getting a bit of a weird aftertaste in my mouth. And that's usually telling me that I've done too much today. So I'm trying to power through this. The share portfolio, interesting one here. As I said, after last year where I grew it quite well, and this is not by me doing anything spectacular. This is me just investing on a regular basis. This year, obviously, we've had quite a big hit with everything that's going on. And so I'm down quite a lot this year, but I'm still up overall. So this is over 7-8 years, actually 8 years now. So it's not too bad, but it does hurt seeing it go down on a daily basis. So that's the reselling. That's my life. That's running. That's everything. So if you've got any questions, do let me know. And in a minute, I'm going to have Ethan jump in if he hasn't already jumped into the into the back room yet, into the stage area. But Ethan's going to jump on shortly, and we're going to actually reveal who the winner is. We'll spin the wheel. We've got to double check if there was any more people that's entered and all that jazz. But if you do have questions for myself, for anything that we just discussed, or if you've got questions for Ethan, if those that don't know Ethan, he's an accountant, and we'll chat to him shortly. But I think I just want to spend this quick moment just to say, super grateful for everyone that is hanging out, that does come here and has conversations with me, leaves a comment, sends me messages on Instagram and things like that. It really does mean the world to me. Usually we're doing Pokemon cards, but tonight we're doing something different and just hanging out. So I really do appreciate it. All right, so I'm just making sure I haven't missed any comments. I've got Ethan joining us right now. Ethan, my man.
G'day guys, how are you?
Oh, there we go. I'm doing all right. It's funny, you've been lurking anyway, so you know how I am. How are you? How are you, buddy?
All right, I'm getting there. It's been a busy 6 days so far, but no, good. I'm on top of it, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's kind of like cliche, and I know you touched on it on your own live stream, but there's people that are trying to do their tax returns, instantly straight away. But that's not always the case, right? It's not really the best idea because there's probably a lot of information that probably isn't still ready for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of what I've been in so far is just back and forth. Like people, oh, can I do my tax return? Yeah, but it's not ready. So we do bits and pieces. And yeah, that's a lot of it is. I mean, a lot of obviously businesses, or even if you got a small business, you're not normally rushing to get it done, because if you're going to owe money, well, you're probably in no rush to get things finalized. But there's obviously some people that
true.
Definitely want their money back as soon as they can. And I don't blame. If you're getting $4,000 or $5,000 back, of course you're going to want to ASAP. But yeah, it's a lot of back and forth and a lot of rechecking every day if things been updated, etc. But that process smooths out in the next week or so.
Yeah, and you'll be pretty busy. Like, you'll be basically doing just tax returns every day for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or
yeah. So normally July and August, I just try and get as much out as I can as far as individual tax returns. I've got obviously some businesses that need things done, whether it's for finance purposes or anything like that. It might be Centrelink purposes or things like that where they need to push something forward. But yeah, other than that, it's just keep plugging away it and helping as many people as I can.
That's good, and that's what I love. So for those that don't know who you are, right? Ethan Rushock, you have your own accounting firm, you're an accountant, but maybe just give a quick spiel about yourself, and then we'll talk about the NFT and all that jazz.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm an accountant, or I'm an accounting business, Rushock Accounting. And yeah, I work with a range of different people. People often ask, "Oh, what do you specialize in?" But it's kind of just here, there, and everything. So small businesses, I have a lot of reseller clients, for instance, through yourself, and then individual tax returns through to businesses across a range of different industries. And then I do quite a bit of work with crypto investors, NFT investors, and some of this cool new modern technology that's driven different investors or businesses. So a range of different things. And I can see in the chat,
Yeah.
Wayno's having got me for Super Coach. So yeah, I love my sport outside of my business. So that's that's what I do outside of it. I try and whether it's fantasy AFL or EPL soccer and stuff like that.
I've actually never done Super Coach. I've never done any of that stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Half the people in the chat are probably going to kill me for that, but that's the reality of it. We've got two Aussie thrifters saying, "Yep, that's great, guys." And look, I mean, what I would say, whether you win something tonight or not, that's why I wanted to have Ethan on here, was just to make sure show face, because I talk about Ethan in a lot of my videos. I say go check him out, and like, to be frank, like, I haven't used Ethan yet. Like, this is my first year using Ethan, but everything that we've done today, we've worked on things together and things like that. So I really do trust him, and he's doing some great stuff already in advance of actually being my accountant, officially. So I can vouch for him in that sense, and I'm looking forward to doing more with him. Of course, no pressure, buddy, but I've heard good things from other people as well. But the reality is, especially if you're a reseller or a small business owner, or someone that just is looking for someone different, or maybe it's the first time you need an accountant, there's so many reasons why to pick Ethan. Support small business, support locals, all that jazz. But also, he's relevant. He, especially with the crypto stuff, I mean, I know so many people that have no idea when it comes to that. I mean, we struggle to even understand how it all works just on a paper kind of perspective. So imagine from an accounting standing point. So he's got a big, I guess, asset or some really good skills up his sleeve there. So definitely something to just even have a conversation with him about. And that's why I wanted to make sure he had the opportunity to talk, because we're going to talk about the NFT shortly. But he did generously say, yeah, let's give one away. And I'm completely honored, because I mean, even though you can kind of see it cut off there, we'll show it up on screen shortly, but the flipper was actually based off myself, and I'm so forever grateful for that, Ethan. So thank you very much.
Oh, good. No, I appreciate you having me.
I'll just make sure there's no other questions. Oh, there we go. Can definitely recommend. I've heard he has done it. Legend literally saved me thousands. Yeah, and he does, and he's done me some really good stuff for just my tax planning as well. All right, so the NFT collection, and then we'll chat about the actual flipper. Let me share screen. There we go. So this is the collection. What is the collection, man? Like, what is Rushock's?
Yeah, so it's my way of trying to bridge the gap between those that want to know about NFTs and also want to get involved with the project. And obviously, I had a lot of people that are involved already. So it's kind of taking those both two worlds that I'm dealing with, and also a learning experience for me to try and go, how can I better deliver to my community? So obviously, I've got the YouTube channel and got a business, but it was like, what else can I do to give value to people? At the same time, try and educate people. So launched an NFT project that all come with actual utilities such as tax returns and strategy sessions and tax planning sessions, like you just mentioned, books, for instance, that you obviously mentioned earlier, and price them at a point where I thought, oh, these are represent good value to people, so they can buy an NFT and they can get 3 tax returns or a tax return and some strategy sessions, etc. And then since then, the crypto market has dipped, and the great thing for my customers is that the prices don't change in crypto terms, but they have in Australian dollar terms. So the pricing's come pretty crazy value to customers, and it's been awesome that I jumped on a session today with a client, helped them with some crypto tax software advice, and we had a half an hour, 45-minute chat, and it's been really fun to work with different people on a range of different things. And But my whole point of it was also to bring people in that had never been involved in NFTs and crypto and had only seen, the media headlines about how it's all a scam. And I'm trying to change that mindset and go, well, it's not just a scam. We can actually give you real world value and actually probably more value for money than what you'd get if you paid for it elsewhere.
100%. And I think, that's a bit of an unfortunate part of your puzzle because, there's probably like 80% of the stuff going around. It's kind of like sounds too good to be true. It's too much to, understand, or, it's scammy or spammy, or it's a bot. And, when you've got that happening so much in the market, that's already saturated with everyone so hyped, you're trying to actually say, hey, no, guys, like this is legit, and, actually give value. And of course, everyone's always saying, oh, you can make so much from this, or we're giving you heaps of value. But I think that's the beauty of yours is once people actually click and understand the utility, and, like if we look at the flipper right here, right, you get 1 tax return and 3 business or tax strategy sessions. Now, it says it's, 0.12 ETH. Now, when you made this, I'm pretty sure Ethereum was around $3,000 AUD.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's literally halved, right? And then, that's we're talking at 0. So, I don't even think it let me. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it's $200, right? And you're basically getting the tax return and those sessions. Now, I can guarantee you that tax return isn't just about, just a quick little individual tax return. That's whatever you've got to offer per your clientele. So I already knew when you released all this, not even knowing about the flipper, that, my tax return, because I have, I have a property, I have shares, I have business, etc. Now I'm paying like $450 just with, a normal franchise accounting group across, that's across Australia. So I'm like, well, if I can get the ones that I've purchased ones that have 3 tax returns, and I can get it for like $400. It's like I'm already saving 2 years worth, right? So it's like that in itself was just such a good deal. And it's not just about being such a good deal, but because then I knew it's like this is even better. So not trying to oversell it, folks, but this is the reality of it, right? It is such a really good opportunity for anyone that is needing an accountant, right? I understand people might not need an accountant at this point. They can do it themselves and save some dollars. Might make sense, but you could make the investment for yourself. You don't have to use this year. You can use it down the line. So, anything else you want to say about these?
No, the only other thing I'm trying to do is, beyond just what these things stay on there is, for instance, the ones that come with a tax return 3 strategy sessions, the good thing with an NFT is you might take the tax return, do 2 strategy sessions, and then sell it. And like someone else might go, oh, they want to buy just that 1 strategy session. Or I hosted on Discord the other week, we just did an exclusive, I did an hour chat with holders. So it was just free for anyone that held one. They just jumped on the Discord and I did a live Q&A kind of thing where I could jump into some more in-depth questions, personalized with them. So I've got lots of other plans beyond just what it says. And I've got some, big changes coming in the next couple of months to make it a little bit clearer for people when it comes to messaging, to understand, what are they actually getting for what they're doing, and, what would be best for them. So I'm always happy to chat to people one-on-one before they buy anything, to kind of go, what do you need? Let's direct you in the right direction so you can buy something that's actually useful for yourself.
Yeah. And like, even the books one, like that's one of the ones that I own. I own quite a few. Such a fan, super fan. But, the books one. So, I've already received 2 books from Ethan, and, it was kind of like a blind box in that sense. He kind of gave me a list and I said, yep, I've read those 2, those other ones I haven't. So surprise me, which is really cool, right? Because, to get books from a business owner, an accountant, he's going to be giving books that he thinks is going to bring value or that has changed his life. So, that's a pretty cool little thing. And then it's got a tax return with it. So over 12 business books, if you add up the average book, $20-$30, I mean, that in itself is worth just as much as the tax return. So
yeah, I definitely won't be making money off that one.
But, and that's the thing, guys. It's not about here to, take all these things from Ethan's hands and he's going to have no money left, but he really does have the right intent here to help you all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop sharing for a second, make sure there's no other names I need to add, and I don't accidentally show people's email addresses or anything. All right. So it looks like there's, and, look, I'm actually surprised this. I thought there would be more. There's only 7 people that have signed up, which at the end of the day, I'm not too fussed by because, you know, my one thing that I wanted to make sure is that this is going to someone that can 100% benefit from it, right? Or has an intention to use it. And as I said, it is the Flipper One, guys. That's what we mentioned before, which is this one here. Yep, there's me with the beanie. Yeah. It's not actually a picture of me, guys. The beanie was just the probably the representation of myself at the time. But so whoever wins this will get 1 tax return and 3 business or tax strategy sessions. In terms of how that will be delivered, well, that will be a conversation offline. And we've got your contact details, and then Ethan and I will work to connect to that individual. So I really do appreciate everyone signing up. I want to wish you all the best. I'll give a bit of a shuffle. I know everyone that is signed up. So that's why I wanted to make sure that it's 100% on screen, transparent, because I'm not accountable for it. Yeah. Good luck, everyone. Let's do it.
Good luck, guys.
Wow. There you go. That's cool. Well done to Aussie Thrifters. Everyone has seen it here. I was like, I feel like anyone that gets it is so deserving, but like I'm feeling like, because I know everyone, like I always feel attached, you know, like, oh, it's not rigged, but no, well done to Aussie Thrifters.
Congrats. Awesome.
It's a cool one. Plus, it's so relevant as well, right? You know, the Flipper and you guys have just changed your business model as well, and you know that could be quite handy. I'm not sure if you own one already or whatnot. So, regardless, it's pretty cool to be able to win that, and congratulations. I think I've already lost. But no, that's cool. It's great, right? And at the end of the day, you know, this is what it's all about: is opportunity. You got to be in it to win it, right? And you know, we could have one person sign up, and to be honest, if only one person signed up, they would get it, right? And that's the beauty of
exactly.
it.
And that's what I like. You know, I never varied these pricing or anything like that. Is, you know, what I commit to is what I commit to, and if it means I'm giving away more value than what I initially tended, well, that's only a bonus to everyone that's involved. So it's awesome that you know, 7 people that were interested enough to want to win one. That's a great plus for that's exciting. Yeah. So.
And I think in that people that signed up, I mean, I can speak for Carla. She's the only one that's not flipping. All the others were flippers, right? Or resellers, right? So it's cool in that sense because, you know, you're obviously my community is speaking that sense. And I did reach out to a few other people and, you know, they were a bit, oh, how does an NFT work? And things like that. But at the same time, I don't want to pressure someone to get into something that they're not sure about either, right? But it's an exciting space, guys. And I'm sure there'll be more and more of this kind of conversation that I have down the line. If you haven't actually listened to the podcast that I've done with Ethan, actually, we've done 2 podcasts together, get to know Ethan a bit more. But, you know, I would encourage you, reach out to him, go over to his YouTube, jump over to his Instagram, go to Rooshocks. If you do need an accountant, if you just need some help, you've also got the Discord as well, Ethan. And yeah, go check it out. I mean, I harp on him in so many videos. He's not paying me to say any of this. Like, I genuinely have respect for Ethan and what he's doing because he's very switched on, and you know, he's just I think you'd be stupid not to have him in your circle. Like, that's as frank as I could put it.
No, thank you, appreciate it.
Cool. I think that's it, folks. I haven't seen any other questions come out. I'll reach out after I cash out some Funko NFTs. You're still doing that, Octo. Like, you're really hooked on it. We had Rashimi's ABCD. How you doing? Hello. Cool. Well, that's it, folks. If you've got questions, you can leave a comment and we can always play back. Yeah, that's it. Any other words from you, Ethan?
No, thanks for having me. Thanks, Jan. Obviously, if anyone else wants to chat about things outside of NFTs, feel free to get in touch, or even just go and check out the channel. Those kind of things. That's all the support I need. Appreciate it.
Too easy. All right, folks, thanks very much. We'll end it there. And yeah, everyone have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And yeah, cheers.
Thanks, guys.